In this video, we're going to talk about the Japanese concept of Kachou Fuugetsu, or discovering yourself in nature. And later, I'll show you some benefits of applying some of those practical tips to your life. I was a graduate student at the University of Osaka, and I was at a point in my life where I had time, but I didn't have money. I was in Japan and there was so much to explore, but I didn't really know which direction to go. Kachou Fuugetsu is a Japanese aesthetic concept of discovering yourself in nature that I came across after having done a few pilgrimages in Shikoku and at my temple in Nara. I was researching how traditional Japanese aesthetics still played a role in modern life and realized this is a concept everyone in the world can benefit from. So what is Kachou Fuugetsu? Kachou Fuugetsu means to discover yourself when experiencing nature. Literally, Kachou Fuugetsu means flower, bird, wind, moon. This ancient Japanese philosophy and proverb stems from Fushikaden in the 1400s. It is considered to be one of the major concepts in Japanese aesthetics and thoughts on beauty and art. You may have heard of similar relating concepts such as wabi-sabi, the beauty of imperfection, Shizen, which is nature and naturalness, mono no aware, and empathy towards things, Kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with gold, etc. What the Japanese kanji characters are referring to are seeing the beauty surrounding you in each season and understanding that those things which you're a part of are beautiful in different ways at different times of year. Flower, bird, wind, moon means that the wind that we feel in spring is different than the wind in autumn. And the bright, bold moon we see in winter is no less beautiful than the harvest moon in mid-autumn. Basically, we can find ourselves and our happiness in nature if we're open to listening to it, all the while keeping in mind that the experience is never going to be the exact same twice. Every moon is a different moon, although it's the same. The traditional themes of natural beauty in Japanese aesthetics are something that we can all experience. What we need to keep in mind is that we're all naturally beautiful or perfect as is. And this is something that being in nature can show you. For good or bad, everything in nature is perfect as is. I know this may sound a little woo-woo for lack of a better term, but I'm really only talking about this being a way of you hitting reset for your body and mind and gaining some clarity. Here are a few things that I suggest to get started with Kachou Fuugetsu and discovering yourself in nature. The first one is take a walk. The simplest place to start is to just take a walk. Sometimes just sitting in nature can be too overwhelming for people at first. Your mind is still running with all the problems and questions that you have in daily life. Therefore, I suggest just going for a stroll. A light hike is fine if the path is defined well enough to just be able to wander carefree and not have to concentrate on a map. You want to let your mind wander and get to a place where it calms down, and you're no longer having a running conversation in your head. Your body's pace should also slow down to nature's pace and allow you to be more observant. The second one is turn off your phone. When you're taking time to experience nature, you have to eliminate the distractions. Not just on vibrate, but all the way off for a while. You can go with other people, but limit the conversations and just be in nature together. The third one is find some flowing water. If you can get near a flowing river or stream, take some time to just sit nearby. Watch the water flow by and just allow yourself to zone out by actually just observing the water flowing. The fourth one, lie down and go cloud watching. Everyone has the experience of lying down on the grass and just watching the clouds go by, seeing what shapes form and watching how many layers of clouds unfold. You probably haven't done this lately, since you're most likely an adult, but there's no reason you shouldn't. Allow yourself to just sink into the grass and watch the magic in the sky. The fifth one, take a seat on a boulder or on a log. Have a seat on a large boulder or a large fallen tree. Awaken your sense of touch and let your hands run over the rough or smooth rock or feel the bark on the tree. Your sense of touch is powerful and can bring back many memories. Let them come and go and focus on the different textures you feel and start to think about how you're literally touching nature and are a part of nature. 6. Walk barefoot. On the theme of touch, take your shoes off and experience nature beneath you. Most people forget what it's like to feel the connection to nature through your feet. Walking in nature causes you to also pay attention to where you're walking and forces you to observe the natural surroundings. Be mindful and aware of your surroundings, letting all the judgments and criticisms pass you by. Observe but don't judge. Listen to all the sounds that surround you, from the wind blowing to all of the leaves you step on. You're in nature, disturbing it, but also becoming a part of it. A similar concept to Kachou Fuugetsu is forest bathing or forest therapy, also known as Shin Rin Yoku. This Japanese concept is centered on the belief of going into the forest and allowing Mother Nature to heal you. There is actual scientific research done on the healing benefits of Shin Rin Yoku and how it relaxes you and can help alleviate stress, high blood pressure, depression, and a number of other things. With 75% of Japan being forest and mountains, even in modern times with most people living in cities, they understand the power and benefit of nature. I have some other videos coming out on Shin Rin Yoku, so please like and subscribe, hit that bell so you get notified when those come out. Because if you like this type of video, you're definitely going to love the one on Shin Rin Yoku. It's in the forest and nature where you can get back to your original self. I say original self because you're discovering something. This is something that's always been there. You're just uncovering it. As you allow yourself to experience nature that is surrounding you, you'll begin to naturally come to understand you as a person. What you like and dislike, what makes you happy. One thing I've learned is that it is the little things that make you the happiest. It's not a materialistic thing, but something that makes you feel something. This is the essence of Kachou Fuugetsu, experiencing the seasons and the beauty in each. From that experience with nature, you begin to see new things about yourself. You see that you're always changing and always never the same as before. Embrace who you are today. You will never have the same moment again, and you'll never be the same person as you are right now. At Shizen Style, we promote a Shizen or natural lifestyle that blends with our modern times.